Mr. Christopher Brent, President of the Tipton County Branch of the NAACP, members of the Tipton County Branch and community, NAACP officers and members from across West Tennessee, members of the clergy, elected officials, ladies and gentlemen. For 110 years, the NAACP has pushed the nation for justice and equality, and we must continue. Our fight for civil rights and social justice is not the work of the past, but a constant and daily struggle to make our democracy work for all persons. Red, yellow, black, and white. We are all precious in God's sight. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable net of neutrality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men and women to do nothing. These two quotes by the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the renowned parliamentarian Edwin Burke speak to the necessity of our presence here today and our involvement. We've come here today as an association that was founded to ensure the political, educational, social, and economic equality of rights of all citizens, to achieve equality of rights and eliminate racial prejudice among citizens in the United States of America, and to remove all barriers of racial discrimination through democracy processes, to seek an enactment and enforcement of federal, state, and local laws, securing civil rights, to inform the public of adverse effects of racial discrimination, and to seek its elimination, to educate persons as to their constitutional rights, and to take all lawful actions in furtherance of these objectives. Our vision is to ensure a society in which all individuals have equal rights without discrimination based on race. That is what we do and what we've been doing for 110 years. This morning we've come to call out the actions of the recently hired Police Chief Larry Lindsey. We've also come to shine light on the actions of Mayor Justin Hanson. Mayor Hanson, you probably still got your blinds on, does have the right to hire the chief of his choice. However, the methods and actions of the new chief appear to discriminate by age and race. Yes, we live in a right-to-work state, but when two assistant police chiefs with decades of experience and great respect and credibility in the community are bypassed for the selection of a newcomer who has never been a assistant chief anywhere, we must wonder, what is the mayor thinking? And when this new chief comes in and immediately demotes three key persons, Assistant Chief Kaveh Bass, Assistant Chief Alan Wilson, and Lieutenant Larry McCory, who was supervisor of detectives, demotes three veteran officers, all the way from their appointed positions to patrol. We must wonder, what is the chief thinking? We believe that Chief Lindsey's actions have placed in jeopardy the police department's relationship with the community and threatened to sever the ties of goodwill that have taken years to establish. We believe that this community deserves better and should stand up and speak out in opposition of these actions. We need you to call, write, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, just send by everyday snail mail messages to the police chief and mayor about your disapproval of their actions. The NAACP is committed to stay in the fight for justice and equality by protecting the victory that our foreparents died to secure. We must not be silent. We must fight, because when we fight, we win. Today we've come because we must hold fast to our founder's mission to build a society in which all persons are respected. Today we've come because when we fight, we win. At this time, I'm going to ask President Christopher Brent to come, and then he will later invite others to have remarks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It hurts to see our community being divided. But at the same time, we are going to continue to investigate. And we're going to investigate until we turn every stone, every pebble, until we find what we're looking for. Mayor Hanson, you always want to holler, this town is one covenant. Once again, you have proven to us that it's not one covenant, it's a select covenant. We need you to do better. And the citizens, remember this, November 2022, he's up for re-election. Do your job. I'm not telling you how to vote, but you need to learn how to vote for your beliefs. Please, do your job. We're not being biased. We're standing on facts alone. We all can see what's going on. We need you to do better. Covington, Tipton County, we need you. Because right now, if it's not you, at this point, it will be you in the future. Also today we have some people that would like to speak. Mr. Elwison is from the community also.
Thank you. I would like to actually take a little time to explain how we got here. After the former chief left, we went through the process of finding a new chief, and Assistant Chief Bass was one of the people being considered. The city evaluated him, and the Municipal Technical Advisory Service also evaluated him, and they actually lay out the groundwork for how cities do business. After he was evaluated, he made it to the final round of being evaluated for chief of the city of Covington. He was not picked. Another chief was chosen on the 27th, sworn in on the 30th, and less than a month later, the very same man that was being evaluated for chief of police was knocked all the way down to patrol officer. They try to call this a financial situation, but anyone dealing with business knows if you do something for financial reasons, you would knock everybody down. You would knock him down one level, you would knock the people down up under him one level. But the only time that I've seen when you take somebody from the top of the totem pole and put them to the bottom is either for one of three reasons. It's either disciplinary, it's either retaliation, or it's either discrimination. But this makes no sense at all. And the people of Covington will not stand for it. These officers have given their life, most of their adult life, to help us. And they have stood by the city. Officer Bass has a spotless record. There's no reason to discriminate against him or to discipline him. So something needs to be done about this. I say to the board, if the police chief does not know about the things that these people have done for the city, the board knows, and the board can turn this decision around. And if the board does not want to turn this decision around, the city can re-elect people on the board next year, next November. We can change 3 people on that board so that they'll be able to make decisions that are fair for all the citizens of Covington. Thank you.
All right. At this time, we will answer any questions that you might have.
Yes, hi, I'm with News Channel 3 in Memphis. Can you tell me why were any of the officers asked to be here this morning and why they decided not to come and take part in this? Have you talked to them?
I believe that their schedules would not allow them to be here.
The three, Mr. Bass, Mr. Wilson, and Mr. McCarity. So they are still on the board.
McGarrett. I understand that not only is it scheduled, but also via retaliation.
Can you tell me if they have an attorney?
That we don't want to divulge at this time. I will tell you, because as we stated before, we believe it is age as well as race discrimination. That something will be filed with EEOC.
When is the last time you spoke to the mayor? And has it been recently or since these events happened? And what's been his response?
He won't answer his phone. The mayor refuses to answer his phone. We called and he will not answer.
Were any of you all present? Did this decision on the officers, did it happen at a council meeting?
No.
Was it done in the public eye or what?
I'm Alderwoman Minnie Bomer, District 1. No, when I heard about it, it was Friday afternoon after it had happened. And we had no discussion on it. No, I have been in every meeting that we've had, we had no discussion. We've not had anybody come to us and say that they wanted to do this. So no, it was not discussed, it was just done.
And what will be your next steps? I mean, can you bring this back up before the Board of Aldermen?
The people have already brought it back up. The people have brought it up. They are saying that this will not stand. And with this many people around us, it will not stand. It was not right. It should not have been done this way.
I'm scared of them things.
Now, I've heard someone mention a meeting that's coming up next week. You're encouraging people to be. Is that another
Right,
council
that's correct.
meeting or?
That's correct. That's our city council meeting. Next Tuesday night at 5:30 here at City Hall. And we will have some other discussions that going on here in the city that needs to be discussed among the citizens. That's next Tuesday night at 5:30 at City Hall.
And we're encouraging everybody, those that hear this, those that see it, those that view it, come and be a part of this protest. You heard me say, all it takes for evil to flourish is that for good people to do nothing. If you stay home and say they ought to do it, then it will not happen. We need you to show up, to show your support to those people that are protesting this action. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate you.